Now the Giants did in 1 inning what it took that they got all 9 innings yesterday. They get a run off Al Leiter, and now it's the Florida Marlins with their chance to see if they can solve 19-game winner Sean Estes. And a little bit of lineup changes for Jimmy Leland, beginning right at the top. Kurt Abbott gets the start at second base for Craig Counsell. A little more offense. They're not concerned as much with defense. Well, they always are concerned, Ray, but with a sinker ball pitcher, Kevin Brown, Counsell they thought was a better fielding second baseman than Abbott, but Abbott swings a better bat. Certainly a little more. And this Counsell impressed us so much yesterday.
Well, he's a good-looking young player. But Kurt Abbott is no slouch. He's a shortstop. Has played third and second. He's a solid defensive player also.
And he pays off right away with a base hit to center field. So maybe a little tone change from yesterday's pitchers duel. 1 up, 1 hit for the Marlins. Abbott a solid base hit to left center. And here is the Pepsi lineup. And yesterday, and look at the papers today, the clutch kid, 21 years young, Edgar Renteria, who steps to the plate. The game-winning RBI in the bottom of the ninth that has already scintillated at short in the top of the first. Abbott, Renteria, Sheffield in right, Padilla at third, Alou in left, Jeff Conine, the Barbarian, as at first again. Charles Johnson is the catcher. Devon White drops to the 8 hole, and Al Leiter ninth against 19-game winner, all-star pitcher Sean Estes. Renteria trying to bunt his way on. We got 2 of the stars in future years working against each other here right now, Ray, with Renteria with 21 years of age and Sean Estes at 24 years of age.
Yeah, great little battle here. Renteria showing why he leads the National League in sacrifice bunts with 19, but that was a little more of a bunt for a base hit. But outstanding handler of the bat, hit and run really well, and just a real good number 2 hitter for a 21-year-old man.
Fouls this one away against Estes. Well, Estes was 12-2 at the All-Star break. Made the All-Star team and finished at 19-5. So his first full season in the bigs, hard to get much better than this, Ray.
Really is. You see those 100 base on balls, that led the National League. So not only does Al Leiter have a little trouble with control, so does Sean Estes, but a great young pitcher.
Now, Estes, obviously the heater is his best pitch as he averages about 8 strikeouts per 9. But his curveball is at several speeds. It looks like he throws 6 pitches, which he really doesn't do.
No, he really doesn't. He throws a fastball that he cuts, a fastball that he sinks.
Like that. Well, that was not a fastball, but that was the curve.
And a curveball that he starts and he elevates it. Like Sheffield says, he throws the ball up sometimes about chest high, and you take it, it's got so much bite on it that it ends up in the strike zone. There's an example of that curveball. Very tight rotation, almost 12 to 6 o'clock break, and then he just changes speeds on that. I mentioned the 2 fastballs and his slider, so he actually throws about 5 pitches. It looks like 8 pitches with a change of speeds.
Keeping an eye on Abbott. In there on the inside corner, and he punches out Renteria. So there's the strikeout pitch when Estes needs it. 1 down in the Marlins first.
This just locks him up inside. After the breaking ball tends to make you stay back a little bit and want to see the ball better, as Renteria was out front on the breaking ball, and Estes just busts him inside with the fastball. We mentioned yesterday, if you're going to throw a fastball after a soft pitch, you throw it inside as hard as you can. That's where you always should throw. Your hardest pitch is inside.
That'll bring up Gary Sheffield. Had a ringing double yesterday. In there for a strike.
Boomer, Sean Estes has one of the best slide steps to the plate in the game. Very difficult to run on. He unloads the ball to the plate in about 1-1. If the catcher gets the ball to second, 2 flat, that's 3-1, and not too many people can run on that.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. Full Sheffield 0-2. Gary told me before the game, although he has great respect for the curveball, he says, I've got to go up looking fastball. So the curve low and maybe low and away is maybe what Estes is looking to do with Sheffield, because, and he goes away with the fastball. Kent Vizcaino, the return to Estes is not in time. A fielder's choice, and Abbott's gone.
Well, I think what Sean Estes is going to try to do with Gary Sheffield is like anybody else. You're going to try to pitch him away and get him out front and then throw him the fastball in off the plate. Maybe elevate with the fastball up and inside. But as we said yesterday, you don't want to come inside to Sheffield and leave the ball on the plate at all because he'll destroy it. There was a little turned over fastball. He took a little bit something off of it, and Sheffield hit it on the end of his bat at first base.
Bobby Bonilla 1 for 3 yesterday at a hard shot single in the first inning. And was on base a second time with a walk. One of the best hitters in the majors this year against left-handers. Swings at the first pitch, and this one will curl out of play into the Marlins bullpen area down the right field line. Bonilla against hitting righty hit .372 this year. That's almost 100 points higher, albeit with less power but less at bats. Almost 100 points higher than the other way around. Why do you think that is, Rick?
Well, I've always thought that he was a better right-handed hitter because sometimes he gets a little bigger left-handed. He tries to pull the ball a little bit more left-handed. He's also more of a high ball hitter right-handed as opposed to being a low ball hitter left-handed. But I think he's got as much power from the right side as he does the left side. He just doesn't get as many opportunities.
Estes with an interesting pickoff move. That's almost a slip-step pickoff move.
Yeah, it's almost a balk. He's a very difficult pitcher to run on. He's got a great move. He just steps over there and just keeps on. That's a step-off move there. He's got two moves. He steps off, and then he, a lot like Terry Mulholland does, and then he steps to first and keeps right on and follow the throw.
But just, if you will, a minute, he makes some wild pickoff attempts. Kent is not a regular first baseman, although I think to yesterday he made a first baseman-like play covering first on the bunt on Miller's wild throw. So he does have some time. He's played there a little bit this year. He's played there before a little bit with Toronto, notably a few years ago. Just remember, it's not J.T. Snow.
No, J.T. Snow is way out ahead of everybody in the National League at first base. But Jeff Kent played middle infield and played third base, and first base is absolutely the easiest infield position to play. You saw him make that play there, wheel and throw to second base on the ball hit by Sheffield, and he's not going to have any problems over there.
3-1 pitch to Bonilla. Inside, Jack. Back it goes. Back. Florida leads 2-1. Well, we haven't even played an inning, and we got yesterday's score already, and we showed you the numbers. The Bonilla is so dangerous against left-handers. Bobby Bonilla with a home run, and the Marlins lead it 2-1 on a hitter's pitch, although that didn't look that bad. No, but he's so doggone strong. He's usually a line drive hitter. We talked last night about him not hitting a lot of home runs, I think 19 on the season, but he is so doggone strong. If he gets that bat barrel out there and hits a good part of the ball, it's not going to stay in the ballpark. That actually was a very good pitch, Chris. That ball was down there just off of his shoelaces, and he went down and got it. So Estes now works with the bases clear to Moises Alou. Breaking ball bounces, count is 2-0. I've maintained all year long, especially when we played these guys, when I was managing against them, I thought this was the toughest lineup to wade through in the National League from 1 to 8. It just seemed like everybody was a good hitter in the lineup. Alou cut off by Miller at third. A tough throw. Kent handles it. Good play by Billy Miller, but a better play by that man. Bobby Bonilla sends the crowd screaming. And on their feet, the Marlins lead at 2-1.